Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It's a bit of a frosty morning here. I woke up to about 29 degrees, which is kind of bad news if you had annuals out. That's a pretty risky temperature. Hopefully, they all made it through. But if not, you can always trim back anything that died, and if it's completely dead, you can kind of replace it. We got a little fog going on in the background, kind of a little atmosphere for you. Anyway, I wanted to show you a little bit about some of the annuals we had left. We are really down right now, so this is kind of the last weekend if you want to have any selection, but we do still have a lot of good colors and a lot of good plants left, so I was going to show you those. So let me turn the camera around. Now we do have 3 different colors of Scaevola or Scaviola, depending on how you like to pronounce it. So there's some whites, purples, or blue rather, and pink. So those are great additions. Still have a bunch of Calibrachoas left. Kind of a mixed bag as far as the colors that we have, but there's a pretty good variety of them. So I'm going to just walk you through real quick. Lemon Slice is one of the most popular. It's got that stripe in there. And Bumblebee Pink has been a really popular one this year because it's, or at least this week, because it's one of the most colorful ones we have left, and it's quite large compared to some of the Cabaret varieties. But the Cabarets are looking really fantastic. They're all flowering out now, whereas before it was more the reds and the oranges. So you can kind of see what those are doing. Gotta love that. The Betts Blue is in bloom too. This is the one that no one seems to notice until those flowers come out, and it's just always a hit. So you can enjoy some Betts Blue. We have a little bit of Bidens left. This yellow one has been a non-stop bloomer, whereas the other varieties are a little bit more, they're waiting for bigger pots is what they are, because they're a little, they don't like being so cramped up. A little bit of Creeping Jenny left. Wandering Jew, this one likes a little bit less sun. A good amount of Sweet Potato Vine if you're looking for green, but if you're looking for bronze, not much, and black is sold out. So some Vinca for you. Let me cross over now. Over here, this is the end of the petunias. So we've got Wave Red, White, and Purple. There's some Supertunia Latte, which is a beautiful one. Looks great with just about any color, but if you use a dark color petunia with that or other plant, it really makes the veining inside look great. That's the Super Cal French Vanilla. There's only 2 Bordeaux's left. Those are kind of just opening up again. Snowdrift, which is a white one. Dreams Red, or Deep Red rather. A couple of the colorific or blurific Color Blitz. Oh, looks like we're pretty limited on some of the other colors. We do have a couple of pots and hanging baskets all planted up, and those have really come a long way over the last 2 weeks. So if you're looking for instant, you can do that. And hey, look at this kind of pot here. You don't have to love that pot, because if you have a pot in your yard, that one fits a lot of different sizes. So you could always pop them in. We also have a lot of geranium pots. The Argeratum pots are looking pretty good. You can't see it so good in this light. Some of the petite licorice. We have a little bit of Lophos left. That's a kind of more of a viney type one with these great flowers. The white flowers look fantastic. Let's keep going. More baskets. If you're looking for matching baskets, that's going to be a little harder for you. A little bit of Nemesia in the white left. It's blooming like crazy. We have a good amount of Lobelia left. So if you want white or light blue, we got you covered. Not much as far as the lemon coral sedum. And then I'm going to take you into greenhouse 2, where we have more geraniums. Here's some more of the pre-planted stuff. So at this point, sometimes that's a nice option if you want something that's going to have instant color. That's the end of the coleus, folks, so I'm afraid we don't have a lot there. A little bit of wax begonias, I mean really a little bit. More of the lobelia. When it comes to regular begonias, this is the end of the line here. So I'm afraid you'll have to find your begonias elsewhere, unless you want Bossa Novas. We have some of those. The caladiums, there's a couple left. I have more of the white ones now. They've come out. When I showed you the video before, I only had the one, and now I have a couple others, and those are looking great. The sizzle's still looking really good too. Let's see. So, geraniums, they're all in here, what we have available. So I'm going to walk you through. There's some red, there is some variegated, there is the pink. We have some of this is the orange splash, which is kind of coral-like, more so than orange. Lavender. We still have a couple of the tall, dark, and handsomes. Once these get into a bigger pot, they're going to grow huge. Couple of the 6-pack salvias, gazinias, Dreams Red Petunia, and we actually came up with some alyssum. We only have mostly purple with a couple of whites, so if you're looking for alyssum, let us know. Those are all geranium pots that are ready to bloom. We also came up with a couple of cosmos. People were asking for those, and we managed to scavenge for a couple of them. Very few herbs left. And this is something that I just brought out this weekend. I started these from seeds. This is Salvia argentum, and it's really more about these kind of fuzzy leaves. It's kind of like a lamb's ear type of plant. It is a zone 6 perennial, but we're really more zone 5, zone 4, so we only sell this as an annual. But if it does make it back, and it might in some of your areas that might be a little milder, it will get a big old flower spike next year that has kind of a white flower with pink edges on it. But it's really more about that leaf texture. They get 12 inches tall, about 20 inches wide, so it's kind of like this big silver splash in the yard if you want to put it out there, or if you put it in a pot. So this one we have not had it available at all. Like I said, I started from seed, and I had like 100% germination rate, which is kind of strange because usually you don't get that good. So I decided I might sell a couple of them if you want them. So more geraniums. We are down on the King Tut grass. We are down on the Misty Salvia. We have some popcorn plant left. That's the one where if you touch it and then you smell it, or smell your fingers, it smells just like popcorn, and the flower is the same way, and like buttered popcorn. And I mean like a real popcorn smell. The flower isn't out yet here. It has a yellowish flower, but kind of has that shape to it, and then the flowers start coming out. We have had a bunch of them flowering, but they all sold. And then here we have the Helianthus, which is in the sunflower family. Those are still going strong. We only have a couple of those left. And then we have a couple of these Argeratums left, which are doing pretty good. When these get into bigger pots, they get huge. We've got some in the back that I'm just astounded. They're about 4 times the size of the ones that are in these 5.5-inch pots. More, I think these are the salmon geraniums, which those are really been flowering, or they've been flowering a lot. So we've been happy about that. And then more pots for you. So I guess that's what I have to show you. So annuals, we are really down on those, but we did start bringing perennials in. So when you get into, say, greenhouse 5, you start getting into perennials, like echinacea first, because that's got lots of flowers on it already. I can show you those maybe in a couple days or so when we get those a little more organized. So thanks. Tomorrow, Sunday, is the very last Sunday we'll be open this year. Otherwise, we'll be closed on Sundays. We are open on Monday, and that's going to be from is it 9 to 2? Check our website to make sure of those hours. We do keep that updated on both Google, Facebook, and our website, so you can always find out when we're open from there. So talk to you guys soon, and hope to see you this weekend, and have a great weekend, because it is a good holiday weekend, start of summer. Everybody's in a good mood, so keep it up. Bye-bye.